Right now at 6, a big return to the Rose City.
I am honored to officially announce that we have awarded Portland the 15th WNBA franchise.
Reaction pouring in with women's pro basketball set to make a comeback.
This is a big deal for Oregon, for the city of Portland, and for athletes and fans of women's sports everywhere.
Plus, a big break in the case of missing mail in the Salem area that's left hundreds of people exposed to identity theft.
It's a shame that the mailboxes, they don't seem to be able to secure them very well.
And later, call it air traffic control for hospitals.
And now we can see real time when patients are discharged from their beds, what hospital, what level of care.
A look inside the nerve center where tech is making things better for patients. Hey, very good evening, everyone. We're more than 2 decades after the WNBA left Portland. Professional women's hoops are now set to make a big return to the Rose City. It's an exciting night. Thanks for joining us. I'm David Molko.
And I'm Christine Pitawanich. League officials made it official this morning. You may have heard Portland will be the 15th franchise with games starting in 2026. We've got team coverage tonight. Orlando Sanchez and Celine Stevens at Moda Center. We'll get fan reaction from Celine here in a moment. But first, let's get to Orlando. Orlando, less than a year ago, the WNBA said no to Portland. So what changed?
Yeah, Christine, a lot of people out here using the word finally because the fans have felt this before. Slip away in 2002. Last year seemed like a lock. Then all of a sudden, nothing. Today, a celebration, knowing that the WNBA is here to stay in Portland. And that's what today was all about. A who's who of community leaders, politicians, and decision makers gathering inside Moda Center, the home to the league's 15th WNBA team. The arena covered in WNBA branding. Raj Capital, the Bethal family, owns the team. That's the same owners of the Portland Thorns. According to multiple reports, the team was acquired for $125 million. The team will begin play in 2026 with a state-of-the-art practice facility. The Bethal's message: there's no better place to thrive, inspire the next generation, and invest in this community, saying Portland is at the global epicenter of women's sports. Here's WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert talking about what struck a chord with her.
When I came out to the sports bra and just saw those young girls, and it was very effective to have young middle schoolers, which I used to coach. I coached my daughter 4th through 8th grade with the signs, bring a WNBA team here. I want to be a WNBA player. But I think, just looking at the demographics, the diversity of the city, the love for basketball and women's sports. I had been to a game at Oregon State women's game a couple years ago too, and just seeing the passion for basketball here.
In 2000, Portland joined the WNBA and the Portland Fire was born. The team went on to play 3 seasons. Average attendance was about 8,000 fans. Then Trailblazers owner Paul Allen declined to buy the team when the NBA sold ownership of WNBA franchises. So in 2002, the Fire folded. But here we are, outside Moda Center, celebrating what has been a long time waiting. The WNBA is here. Now I know what everyone is wondering. What will the team name be? What will the team colors be? What's the mascot going to be? Well, all of that is to be determined. The Bethals do say, though, that they'd like to involve the community in making that decision together. Back to you.
And hey, no matter what it is, the dream once again becoming a reality. Thank you, Orlando. Let's bring in Celine Stevens now at a block party for fans with reaction to the big news. Celine?
David, it's still a party here at the Rose Quarter, and that's because we still have an hour to go. But let me tell you, sports fans are excited out here. And of course, they're also excited because this town hasn't had a women's professional basketball team in over 20 years. But you know what? This is also coming as great news for business as well.
They're going to have the best fans, the best atmosphere, and we're ready for you. 2026.
The WNBA is coming to Portland.
As soon as I found out that this was happening, I thought, oh my gosh, we're going to need a bigger bar.
Wednesday morning's announcement of Portland's expansion franchise comes as good news to fans seeking representation.
Oh, I
think it's huge. I mean, so many of the conversations today were around how Portland is like this global epicenter for women's sports, and it's just so exciting to see another professional sports team coming to our city.
Basketball fans in general.
Oh my God, I'm so pumped. I'm a huge W fan since I was a little kid, so this is a dream come true, and I can't wait to go to every single game that I can go to.
Literally every game. We're going to every single game, 100%.
And business.
You know, what's that mean economically? It means more workforce jobs, you know, in the arena. It means front office jobs at the franchise level. It means construction jobs for the training centers.
Although Portland did have a WNBA team back in 2000, the team only stuck around for a few years.
Portland was a little ahead of its time in that the economic footing wasn't there for women's sports to thrive at that time.
But now is the time, and the league's 15th team will start playing in the 2026 season. Business owners like Jenny Nguyen, who founded Portland's women's sports bar called the Sports Bra, say this is a big deal for the area and a step forward for women.
You know, we're starting to see a trajectory of women's sports booming, absolutely booming, and everybody knows that the W needs to expand. We have so many wonderful players that aren't getting to be put on teams.
Meanwhile, CEO of Sport Oregon, Jim Etzel, says he thinks it's a great opportunity and hopes it's only the start of more big leagues coming to Portland.
We're the largest market in the top 25 with the fewest number of professional sports teams. We've been a cheerleader. We just try to keep beating the drum over the last 2 or 3 years that Portland would make a great WNBA marketplace.
Now, the next step for fans is to show support.
Show up for the team, show up to celebrate WNBA, get season tickets. I mean, we need people to show up because we've been asking for this for a long time.
I think the word of the day was excitement, but this block party was hosted by the WNBA Trailblazers, Portland WNBA, and also the Sports Bra. So if you'd like to come out here and get in on this fun, you have 1 more hour until 7 p.m. to get down here and be a part of all this. But for right now, David and Christine, back to you.
Yeah, so much excitement for sure. And yeah, that party's going on for a little while longer. So Celine, I hope you get to get in on that fun too. Thank you.
We're all going to be celebrating this, right, for years to come here.
Absolutely. Thanks, Celine. And hey, if you're hoping to cheer on the new team, they are already taking deposits for season tickets. It's $26 to give yourself an opportunity to lock in a seat. The website is WNBA.com/Portland. As always, stay with KGW for updates on the team all the way to tip-off in 2026.
Right now at 6, a Southeast Portland man is under arrest after police say he kidnapped a woman near a group home for vulnerable adults. A warning, some of the details here are deeply disturbing.
Libby Dowsett is live for us in Southeast Portland's Powellhurst-Gilbert neighborhood. Libby, what can you tell us?
Well, neighbors are shocked because they were familiar with this lady. She walked up and down the street all the time, and they are asking for updates on her condition. And they say one neighbor told us they've lived here for a year and have seen her all that time along Southeast Gladstone and Southeast 148th. And that neighbor actually has ring video of her on the day walking down the street as a white pickup believed to be the suspect drives by the victim. We have blurred the victim's image to protect her identity. The video was supplied by that neighbor who said she didn't realize the video clip shows right before police say the driver kidnapped the victim and sexually assaulted her. And the neighbor says she came home and police asked for a ring video, and she saw this was something out of the ordinary.
I saw her when she walked with the caregiver. And, you know, sometimes the caregiver stopped there and, you know, she kept back and forth every time.
Stranger on stranger crimes, not common in the city of Portland. But again, we cannot imagine what this individual went through for the short amount of time that she was with this man. And we are just relieved to get him off the streets so he can't do this harm again.
Police say they found the victim a few blocks down Gladstone Street. 20 minutes later, walking along the road, she was taken to the hospital. It was about an hour after that when detectives found the suspect's truck and then him at his home in Selwood on Southeast 17th Avenue. So he was arrested about an hour and a half after the alleged kidnapping. Now, the suspect is 68-year-old Robert Joseph Bryant. He is charged with a long list of charges: kidnapping in the second degree, 2 counts of abuse in the first degree, sex abuse in the third degree, attempted assault in the second degree, and unlawful use of a weapon. And the last couple charges there are tied to the alleged assault on a caregiver for the woman who tried to stop the truck in the street, but the truck got away. And the arraignment was yesterday, and the suspect will be back in court on the 23rd. Back to you guys.
Libby Dowsett in Southeast Portland this evening. Thank you, Libby. Appreciate your reporting. In your headlines, southbound Highway 99W is closed this evening between Sherwood and King City after a deadly crash. This was just after 10 this morning near southwest of Langer Farms Parkway. The sheriff says multiple vehicles were involved, including at least 2 trucks. One person, the driver of a car, was killed. He's now been identified as 72-year-old Robert Blomquist of Sherwood. Another person was taken to the hospital with serious injuries. No word yet on the cause.
And Portland police have tracked down the driver and truck they think are involved in a deadly hit and run. They have not said if the driver was arrested or charged at this point. The hit and run happened around 2:30 this morning in northeast Portland. Officers found a woman lying in the road near northeast 85th and Fremont. Police say they think she died before they got there. They have not released any other information about that woman who died.
Railroad officials say a man who was hit and killed by a train this morning in Washington County was lying on the tracks at the time. This was just after 5 at Southwest 198th and TV Highway in Aloha. The victim has been identified as 41-year-old William Henry King of Beaverton.
Meantime, in southeast Portland, police say the search for a suspect who shot and killed a woman ended without anyone in custody. The shooting and subsequent search prompted a 6-hour lockdown for residents and 2 schools in the Powellhurst-Gilbert neighborhood near southeast 136th Avenue and Ninth Streets. Police narrowed their focus to a single house around this time last night, but the suspect was not there. So far, we do not have a description of the person they're looking for.
All right, let's shift gears and check in with Matt. Talking about those clouds, when is the sun coming back, Matt?
Yeah, it'll be back tomorrow, David. It's unfortunate, though, that it is cloudy outside right now because it'll be the second night in a row we get aced out of seeing a great moonrise. Full moon last night, slightly less than full tonight. We're still holding at 70 degrees with that cloud cover. Will make it difficult. Now, if you're up in the Cascades, no problem. Nice clear sky to the east. That's from Timberline, where it's 57 degrees. And again, it's not the full harvest moon, but it's 98.8% full tonight. And moonrise, if you happen to have a clear sky, is at 7:39, at least over Portland. Adjust accordingly if you are east or west of town. Now, our next full moon comes, of course, in October, and it comes on the 17th of October, and that one is called the Hunter's Moon because the hunters used it to help them hunt their prey with the moonlight in October. So we can look forward to that. Hopefully have a clear sky on October 17th. Tomorrow morning, partly cloudy, then the clouds clear, and we'll be warmer by about 3 degrees. We'll get up to 73 degrees tomorrow. But even though summer is ending, summer weather is not. We've got 80-degree temperatures in the 7-day forecast, guys.
Thank you, Matt. Straight ahead at 6, where police in Salem say they found piles of stolen mail and what they're saying now about the alleged thief's intentions.
Plus, coming up at 6:30, it is Portland's seasonal tradition that returns every year. But why have there been far fewer Swifts this September at Chapman Elementary? The team talks with the experts to find out where all the birds went. That's ahead at 6:30 on The Story, only here on KGW.